been very tea obsessed recently because I thrifted this beautiful Polish cup and saucer the other day. $8 for this amount of joy every time I have tea. I was thinking of what herbs I had saved from last year that I had dried to make tea out of, and then it occurred to me when I went outside this morning that I still had a plethora of amazing herbs sitting in the garden dried, which is what tea is. So why don't I just give those a try? So I have anise hyssop, which is native to North America. And it, oh my God, I keep doing this today. I crushed up a leaf this morning to see if it still had any fragrance, and I sniffed it and all of it went straight up my nose. I just did the same thing over again with this. This doesn't have any scent until you kind of crush it. This smells like licorice. It has a lot of medicinal properties and it's just fun. I have it in the garden for pollinators and I'm never getting rid of it. Be very careful if you ever plant anise hyssop. It is aggressive. The other thing I have is bee balm. These don't show very well in these baskets, but seed heads are kind of fun and spiky. And this is kind of more of like a lemony minty sort of smell. And then I have a sprig of lemon balm that is still green because I harvested it in the fall before the plant actually died off. I'm really happy though with how this has held its color and scent. This is pretty impressive. So I'm going to put all of these in my little bamboo tea strainer. So while my tea is steeping, I'm gonna just put the rest of these herbs in some jars. There's a lot of sounds right now in the kitchen, but let's see what this tastes like. Oh, that's good. I just made my bed and got so excited to climb in, and then I looked down at my quilt that I just put on and there's a bunch of streaks of mud on it. I was like, how is this possible? I just put on clean bedding. I had my tripod outside today and I didn't clean the bottom of it, and so I just dragged a bunch of dirt from the garden in on my tripod. So that's fun. This week has felt so springy. I am so here for it. Today I just wanted to have a kind of refresh. So I washed my sheets. I talked about this in one of my vlogs a while ago. The laundry detergent that I've been using, I am obsessed with. It's laundry strips, not like a detergent that you pour. So it's all completely plastic free. It's like natural, all that stuff. And it comes in these little white strips that you just break apart and sprinkle on top of your laundry. I absolutely love them. You can get them from different brands. These ones are from Good Juju, I think is what the brand's called. If I can find them, I'll link them down below. But I absolutely love these. It has made me just love doing laundry so much more than I already did, because it just adds something that like feels a little bit different. I'm a bit of a laundry pick-me. okay? So in addition to that, I thought it was the perfect day to finally be able to hang my sheets out on the line again. We are very lucky to have the space to have a clothesline, but I think you can kind of implement this however. If you have room for like a drying rack outside, that's another thing that I've wanted to try. I really want to find like an antique drying rack. I think that could be really fun. But the smell of sheets hung out on the line is just so incomparable. Is that a word? Incomparable? Yeah, I think so. And then what I did was I lit a fire. Not super successfully. It was a very smoky fire, but that's actually what I wanted because I was trying to kind of infuse the smell of fire into my sheets. Very far away from the sheets, don't worry, I wasn't trying to set them on fire. But I think I'm gonna have one of those nights tonight where I can't even sleep because my sheets smell so good and my bed is so comfy. So I am very, very excited for that. I'm in one of those moods. I want to get rid of everything I own. I have been downsizing my life for the past like year. Every season change, I just realize I don't own any clothes I like, and I'm not buying anything to replace the clothes that I get rid of. So my wardrobe keeps getting smaller. I don't have a B point, I don't think, but it's just a big problem for me, honestly. I wear the same things all the time, and I think if I can just get my wardrobe to a place where I have kind of like staple pieces that I love wearing, that are comfortable, because that's like the most important thing to me, but are also a little bit interesting, that's like my ideal. So there's a lot of things that I just don't reach for that often because I don't feel good about myself when I wear them. And now that another winter has gone by, I know it's not really over, but like I'm kind of over a lot of winter clothes by now. Now that another winter has gone by and I have more data to contribute to this closet purge, there's a lot of things that I can look at and be like, yeah, I didn't wear this once this winter. At the beginning of the winter, I might have thought I would have, and by now I'm just like so much more sure of the things that I like and the things that I feel good in that I'm willing to get rid of some stuff. Nothing hits quite like a new Casey Musgraves song in the spring. Is this too bright? Okay, wait. Okay, whatever. You guys know I'm pale. How could it matter? I'm in the perfect mindset today to actually just be like, I want to get rid of everything. And I try to seize those opportunities when they come to me. I don't remember where I heard this, but it was something to do with like clutter and getting rid of things, and that feeling that you get when you want to get rid of something and you think about how you could possibly regret getting rid of it later. And this really changed the way that I think about that. I'm just like reconsidering that attachment that we have to physical things that shouldn't really mean that much to us. There's obviously things that we own with sentimental value, and that's a totally different thing. But for the most part, I just don't...
No battery.
Oh, okay.
No battery.
Yeah, I hear you, girl. Okay.
No battery.
I plugged you in. You can't be low battery anymore. I feel like in the past, like, year or two that I've been trying to slowly, like, not become a minimalist and not, like, purge every single thing that I own, and to keep like mindlessly consuming more things. More so what I've been trying to do is to just be more intentional from the start at the point of consumption, basically, and like not feel the need to own that many things. I don't know. Where am I going with this? Oh, okay, so anyways, there have been things now and then that I will get rid of and regret later, but for the most part, this is the piece of wisdom that I heard that really changed the way that I looked at this is like, think about when you feel that moment of like regret about getting rid of something, you have to understand that at one point in your life you felt justified to get rid of that thing and let go of it, and in that moment you didn't want to give that item that much power over you, is really what you're doing, right? It's probably because I'm just like stubborn and annoying, but I've come to a place with all of the things that I own where like I just desperately don't want to feel like I'm being controlled by my items. My mom's phrase is always, your things should never talk back to you. And usually that was said to me growing up in like a way of like, if something gives you bad vibes, get rid of it. Especially like, I own a lot of antique things, for example. Some of them are creepy, you know? And so that's kind of the thing that we say is like, it shouldn't be talking back to you. Not that it literally is talking to you, but just that like the inanimate objects that you surround yourself with should kind of feel neutral to you, you know? And so I try to think of that like with items in my closet, for example. Let's see, a skirt. This skirt that I think I'm gonna get rid of. This is a great example. This is all the things that this skirt says to me when I look at it. A, I made this skirt, so it says like, well, you shouldn't get rid of it because it's something that you put time and energy into. B, I also think this was made from a vintage wool fabric that was my grandma's. So it makes me think of her, so it makes me think I'm getting rid of something of my grandma's. And then I feel guilty about that. And then I also think, oh, I did this and this and this wrong in this project. I'm not a good seamstress. And then I also think, oh, the last time you tried this on was a few years ago, and as of recently, this doesn't even fit you anymore because I'm a different size. And then I feel bad about myself for all of those reasons, even though none of those things actually like fit into any values that I actually have when this skirt is not talking to me. That's what I mean when I say like I am just not in the mood to be controlled by a skirt. This is a piece of fabric and I don't need it talking to me like that. If my clothes are gonna talk to me, I want them to be like, wow, you look so good in this. Isn't this an amazing outfit? I've really become obsessed with getting rid of things that absolutely serve me poorly. And again, I want to say like, I'm not someone who brings a lot of new things into my life very often anyways. Like this has been a very slow, gradual editing process. But I also have noticed that the more I get rid of things that I don't like, the more sure of myself I am, and the more sure of my style I am in like my clothing, the stuff in my home, all of these things, and the less I feel like I should buy things when I see things that I like. It just like doesn't appeal to me that much anymore. And being able to like have that discernment when you're out shopping is a really, really good feeling.